convention there called Kill Screen. And I was like, okay, they're going to be in my backyard. This is crazy. I spent $150 just to see them. I didn't say I didn't care, but I didn't know anything about the rest of the thing. I just went to see them. Was fantastic. Got to know them. It turned out they'd seen some of my documentaries in the past, which was funny, and they enjoyed them. And I asked if I could make a documentary about them. And to my surprise, they were very excited by that idea. You know, you never know. And so they said, I told them, basically, long story short, I said, look, here's how it usually works. I'll make a documentary about somebody, and I sort of film what they're doing now, and also, you know, get them to tell me about the past, whatever it was that made them famous. And we get to see both the present and the past. And they were like, oh, we're doing some secret things. Would you be interested in filming that? That's all I'd heard. And I was like, yeah. So it just so happened that right at that time, I guess it was last summer, they were wrapping up Abduction. So a friend of mine who's a great cinematographer and I flew out to Spokane, and we got to be there for the last week or two of Abduction, of them wrapping. Very exciting to be there at that time. And we filmed the whole release, you know, and of course today a release is like an insane thing. It happens that very second, right? You get to sit and watch them. So we have incredible footage of that, and it was a very exciting scene. Then, you know, we're going to continue now filming interviews. So just a quick, just a tiny bit about the film, and ask me about it later if you're interested. I can tell you more. It's about, so someone was asking me, is it about them? Is it about Myst? Is it what? It's about their incredible story, working on Myst in basically a trailer home in the early days, and going all the way up to meeting Steve Jobs and, you know, having the most popular video game of all time and all that. But it's also about their vision, how they brought art to a technology, which is something Steve Jobs obviously appreciated, but that was really special, and the rise of computers at that time. This incredible revolution for artists as well as for technologists. So I'm very excited about that, and I'm filming some secret things, which I can't tell you about, but also I don't know very much about either, and I don't think they do either. They're brainstorming at this point. So any questions otherwise? Like you said, if you're uncomfortable being filmed, don't worry. It's just me. It's an iPhone. You know, I'm shooting. I have a cool little rig. It's no big deal, but, you know, let me know. And I really look forward to meeting all of you and hearing some of your stories too. And I'm just psyched to meet fellow, you know, devotees. So, yeah. Yes, this is a question that funders and producers always ask too. And I get to give the same answer that video game developers get to say too, which is when it's ready, or I was going to say, or I run out of money, but no, I'll just raise more money. We're just starting, so I'm following the development of whatever their next project is, and that's probably about 2 years or so. I am very much looking forward to doing a Kickstarter soon, using, you know, we're going to cut some scenes from that Abduction stuff, and that'll help us get going more fully. Yeah? Not yet. Not yet. Oh, do you mean me as a filmmaker, or for Myst, for the game, the documentary? Nothing for the documentary is up. If you go to philipshane.com, that's Philip with one L. That's all my parents could afford. That's my old joke. philipshane.com, S-H-A-N-E. You can see a bunch of my stuff. So if anyone knows the puppet Elmo, I did a documentary about the puppeteer who created Elmo, and lots of Kevin Clash. Excellent. Yes. Muppets is another beautiful world. Yeah.
One more question if there's another question.
Uh-huh.
Any idea how this might be coming out?
Well, usually what I do is I make the film, and the funding source is Kickstarter, and then also foundations and grants and individual philanthropists, and then I submit to the major film festivals. So I've been to Sundance and Toronto, all that sort of big stuff, and then there we find a buyer and a distributor. So first major film festivals, and then television. Oh, and possibly small theatrical release if they thought that was interesting. Yeah. Oh, sorry, one more. Right. Yeah, yeah. This my film would be more like if somebody is or will write like a big biography where you really get into the day to day and what was it like to feel that and grow up and learn about their family and all that kind of stuff. You'll get a lot of that. You'll basically get to, which is my motivation, is you'll get to live through what it was like then and now. The many days and nights in the life of Cyan. Thank you. See you. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Philip. All right, it is 10:15. What Would H's Build starts in 15 minutes. Get signed up. Are there any more announcements? All right.
Hi, guys. A little bit of puzzle housekeeping. So if you're working on this packet, I just wanted to point out there is an error. There have been a few errors, but I just want to point this one out in particular. This square is supposed to be white. I'll leave this up here so you can see it, but if you're working on this puzzle and it's impossible, that's why. There have been a couple other errors. I think I've fixed them, I think. If you encounter something that seems impossible, just come ask me, and it's probably impossible, and something went wrong. Also, I just wanted to point out there's a table of board games in the back, which I don't think anyone has really broken into, but you're welcome to use those. And now during the day, during the social time tonight. Also, Kefrith has an Escape the Room game that he's excited to try out. So if you want to try that out, if you liked the experience yesterday, go find him. And the markers from yesterday are still out there. Most of them have not been found. So please go ahead and finish those puzzles and look for them. And if you weren't here yesterday and you want to play the marker stuff, come find me or Drea, and we'll add you to a team. And I think that's it.
All right. Tanith? All right, we're good. Have a good day, everybody. Sign up.